Welcome to the sixth part of VCAA Math Method 2022 exam paper series. In this video, we will solve exam paper 2, section A, questions 8 to 12. Questions 8, 9, and 11 are related to differential and integral calculus. Students should get familiar with how to integrate polynomial functions, exponential functions, as well as circular functions. Question 10 requires students have the knowledge and skills to work out interval estimation through a given confidence interval for the population proportion. Question 12 is a binomial distribution related question, and it requires students to apply what they have learned in this topic to solve problems. Welcome to this VCAA Math Method exam paper series. This is section A of 2022 exam 2 paper. There are total 20 multiple choice questions in section A and 5 extended response questions in section B. In this video, we will present questions from 8 to question 12 in section A. As it can be seen in question 8, based on the given criteria that if the definite integral from 0 to b of f of x with respect to x equals 10, and the definite integral from 0 to a of f of x with respect to x equals -4, then the question is to evaluate the definite integral from a to b of f of x with respect to x. According to the values given in the above two definite integrals, the definite integral from a to b of f of x with respect to x can be written to the definite integral from a to 0 of f of x with respect to x plus the definite integral from 0 to b of f of x with respect to x, which equals the definite integral from 0 to b of f of x with respect to x minus the definite integral from 0 to a of f of x with respect to x. Therefore, the definite integral from a to b of f of x with respect to x equals 10 minus -4, which equals 14. Hence, the answer for question 8 is E. In question 9, there's a function f of x which equals square root of the sum of 2x plus 1, and its domain x is greater than or equal to 0. The question here is to find the expression which represents the shortest distance from the origin to an arbitrary point x, y on the graph. According to the Pythagoras theorem, the straight line distance between the 2 points can be written to the square root of the sum of delta x squared and delta y squared. Here, delta x and delta y refers to the difference between x and y coordinates between the 2 points, respectively. Hence, the distance equals the square root of the sum of x squared and the square root of the sum of 2x plus 1, which is finally simplified to x plus 1. Hence, the answer for question 9 is D. Question 10 states that an organization randomly surveyed 1,000 Australian adults and found that 55% of those surveyed were happy with their level of physical activity. The question here is to find an approximate 95% confidence interval for the percentage of Australian adults who were happy with their level of physical activity. According to the given criteria, the estimated interval with 95% confidence is between p minus 1.96 times square root of p times 1 minus p, or in parentheses over n, and p plus 1.96 times square root of p times 1 minus p, or in parentheses over n, which is from 0.51965 to 0.580835 after being calculated. So the answer for question 10 is D. In question 11, it is given that the differentiation of x sine x with respect to x equals sine x plus x cosine x. The question here is to find the expression of 1 over k times the integral of x cosine x with respect to x from 5 given choices. Since the differentiation of x sine x with respect to x equals sine x plus x cosine x, we integrate both sides of the equation and then it becomes x sine x equals the integral of sine x with respect to x plus the integral of x cosine x with respect to x. Hence, the integral of x cosine x with respect to x equals x sine x minus the integral of sine x with respect to x plus an arbitrary constant c1. Therefore, the integral of x cosine x with respect to x all over k equals x sine x minus the integral of sine x with respect to x all over k plus c. So the answer for question 11 is C. Question 12 states that a bag contains 3 red pens and X black pens. 2 pens are randomly drawn from the bag without replacement. The question here is to find the probability of drawing a pen of each color from the bag. The probability of taking the first pen is red and the second pen is black is expressed as 3 over the sum of x plus 3 times x over the sum of x plus 2. However, the probability of taking the first pen is black and the second pen is red equals x over the sum of x plus 3 times 3 over the sum of x plus 2. Therefore, the probability of drawing a pen of each color equals 6x over the product of the sum of x plus 2 and the sum of x plus 3. Alternatively, the probability of drawing a pen of each color can be expressed as x choose 1 multiplies 3 choose 1 all over x plus 3 choose 2, which is simplified to 6x over the product of the sum of x plus 2 and the sum of x plus 3. Hence, the answer for question 12 is A.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to help me make more math content like this. I will see you in the next video.